All right, let's get it started, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Completely honest. I don't know what to expect today. I'm going to try so hard to be nice. I'm going to try so hard to be a chill dude. I'm going to try. We're closing out 2020, motherfuckers. Listen. You're not listening! Listen. First thing we're going to say today. In 2021, we're going to take a hard look at the swearing. We're going to think about it. We might beep it out. We might do a couple other things. But 2020's been a motherfucker. Okay? We got like 3 more days of this motherfucker. And then we're putting this bitch in the rear view. You understand? So we're not going to investigate the swearing for a couple of days. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Actually, let's keep it 100%, 1,000%, 98 plus 2, Chet. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it 100%. This week's going to be weird. I've got a feeling. Ooh. We're chewing motherfuckers up. We're spitting them out. I think that's just how it has to be. But before we get into all of that and more, show notes. Show notes this week, of course, tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Nerd Theory goes live. I will be there with my good friend Star Wars Theory. Yes, I did speak to him about the Hidalgo drama. Perhaps we will touch on that tonight. Perhaps we won't. Either way, I'll be there. I hope that you are there as well. And we're going to be talking about all sorts of exciting Star Wars stuff going on. There's a lot of things happening in the Star Wars world. In fact, after today's show, I have a series of meetings and phone calls in which I'll be trying to put together a better picture of what exactly is going on. So, that is that. We will be streaming throughout the week at our regular time, which is, of course, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. On Thursday night, you will have your regularly scheduled After Dark. Al and Lavis, the Mang Gang, and they're killing it with that show lately. They will be on at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Somebody remind me. I'm horrible. How do I not know when the show's on my own fucking channel? Anyway, so Thursday night, be there for After Dark. You probably know when it's for sure going to happen. I think it's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's going to be very, very exciting. And then, of course, we'll do our streams throughout the weekend. Now, before we get into the Pablo Hidalgo stuff, and I do have just a little bit that I'd like to say, I did want to mention, I saw some people in the chat asking about what happened last week when I ended the stream early and then I privated the stream and nobody got to see the stream. Well, I explained that whole situation for Nerdvenger members over the weekend. And so if you're a Nerdvenger member, check out on the page. You can find the link to the stream. Saturday, we talked about that. And while we're on that topic, and I know everybody's like, oh my God, this is just droning on. Holy fuck, just droning on. Get out! We don't want you here. Get out of here. Anyway, yeah, if you don't know, we do streams every weekend for Nerdvenger members. I thought this weekend we had some pretty fucking phenomenal streams. Pretty good streams. Saturday was really cool. It was really chill and intimate. We got to talk about all these different things. Sunday was very cool as well. I shared some secretive stories from my past. We got into all of that. So if you're a Nerdvenger member, if you're ever curious about like what's going on, you should check out the Discord or the community tab. Another thing, last thing, and we're going to get into the content. I swear to God, we're actually going to make content today. I promise you. Oh, and pardon me, 1 second. Elisa, if you are watching this either now or on the edit, we're going to do 2 edits today. I want to separate the Wonder Woman talk from the ranking, which we're going to do later in the stream, okay? So Wonder Woman talk as a whole video, ranking as another whole video. You're the best. Thank you. Okay. Last thing. We need to figure out what we're doing on New Year's, okay? So we need to be on the Discord talking about that. We need to be on the Twitter talking about. By the way, I deleted our Instagram and Facebook. I'm just over it. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm not, whatever. It's fine. But just so you know, we no longer have a Facebook. We no longer have an Instagram, okay? So we are out from underneath the lizard people's control. That's a joke. Just relax. But we no longer have those. So you got to hit us up on the Discord. You got to hit us up on the Twitter. Okay. Now we can we begin? Holy Eagle song. Come on, chat. Okay. Here's what I want to know. Here's what I want to know before we get too far into this. Because we're going to talk some drama first. Before we get into the fun stuff. Before we get into the ranking of the hallway scenes. We are going to talk about some drama. Okay? So, hey, maybe you don't want to talk about drama. That's cool. I don't either, actually. But I drew the short straw. You maybe don't have to. You can come back later when we're having fun. Some of you are like, I smell blood in the water. As do I. So how many of you are aware, just give me a yes or a no, a Y or an N. How many of you are aware of the situation between one Pablo Hidalgo and Star Wars Theory? How many of you are aware of that situation? And just... I will get into Super Chats. If you're new here, we will always do Super Chats at the end of the stream. By the way, I'm not trying to lose it, but we're going to need more likes on this video. I got a problem. I got a fever. And the only prescription is like 300 to 400 likes. Come on. All right. Jonas28, welcome to the Nerdvengers. You're a Nerdvenger now. Owen Road, welcome to the Nerdvengers. You're a Nerdvenger now, my friend. Welcome. And okay, a lot of people are aware of it. Okay, cool. So I don't have to erase the whole chalkboard. Okay. Is Pablo Hidalgo retired? That's an interesting question. Okay, let's talk about this. Now, I can only share with you my perspective on it. What I think happened, because I think I'm blocked from Pablo too, because I didn't see his thing. He's got like a privated account, okay? So he's got a privated account. I did not, I can't verify that this happened, but people, look, it's pretty obvious what happened, at least partially. Pablo was making fun of Star Wars Theory's reaction to Luke Skywalker. And apparently, I've seen some videos about it. I saw Theory's video about it. I actually saw Drunk 3PO did a good video about it too. So shout out to Drunk 3PO. I thought that was a good vid. So Theory hits me up yesterday, okay? And he's like, hey man, have you seen this? Pablo is talking crap or doing this, that, second, and third. Can you look into it? Because I can't see his account. I was like, I'll look into it. I looked at it. I couldn't see it because, again, he's got a private account. I don't follow it, whatever. Okay? So apparently he's making fun of him. Then he gets like some pushback. Then like some other, I don't know, like drama ensues, right? And then apparently, and this is where it kind of crossed the line for me, was that he deleted the original tweet, but then screenshot and made his banner on Twitter like his tweet that was sent to Star Wars Theory. So again, some of this is like friggin' crazy Twitter drama, and you're like, I still don't understand what happened. Why is everybody mad? So someone sent a picture to Star Wars Theory, a screenshot of the tweet thread where Pablo said something to the degree of like showing emotion is bad, or like you don't show emotion with Star Wars or something like that, right? So he sends that to Theory, and then Theory posts it, and then Pablo must know about it being post, right? Because then he deletes it and makes it his banner profile, and that shit is petty. That shit is petty. Now, I need to make a couple of things clear before I go super hard on this guy, okay? Yeah, I'm still streaming with Theory on Monday, and it is Monday, brother. Just so you know. I know it's the holidays. I know it's a pandy. It's 2020. It's all good, but this is a Monday. Chat, is this a Monday? Holy fuck, please tell me this is Monday. Okay, cool. Look. Here's the thing. I have seen a lot of reactions to this situation online. In fact, many of you lovely, beautiful people have actually reached out to me and wanted very badly to tell me how you thought of it. And I appreciate that. I really do. But it's like, sometimes, man, it's like, I get it. I don't necessarily need to know and hear every fucking person's opinion about everything. Not really that cool, actually, but okay, I get it, you know? So, here's the deal. A lot of people like Pablo. I get it. My opinion on Pablo is that back in the day, man, back in the good times, you know, the 2015, 2016, 2017 era, Pablo was awesome. He actually performed a great service for the community. Pablo would break down Star Wars questions, Star Wars curiosities. The dude's like a walking encyclopedia, man. You know? And him being on the story group made us fans feel like we had a direct connection to someone via social media that was, you know, kind of giving us information and tidbits and things like that. That was actually really cool. And the thing is, you know, you don't know what you've got till it's gone, basically, right? Because I think, if I'm being honest, I am seeing a lot of people defending Pablo, but I feel as though they're defending a Pablo from a couple of years ago. One that I personally do not think actually is around anymore. So, there's a lot of people that are really bothered by this. And they're really bothered that Theory got really bothered by it. And frankly, I'm almost like to hear with like just other people's karma being brought to me and laid at my feet. And basically, people saying, wouldn't you like this to be your karma? Wouldn't you like to rage the fuck out and make a couple enemies? Wouldn't you like to hold the written words of a human being in 2020 against them forever? You know? Because you see, I do think Pablo took a turn. And I absolutely think he's out of line. If I was in charge at Lucasfilm, I would absolutely clean it up. Absolutely clean it up. I think the worst part of it, and I think that this is the reason that I would tell people, I would say to people that are saying it's no big deal, or that, you know, Star Wars Theory is making a mountain out of a molehill or whatever. The one strong rebut I would have against that is that the relationship between Lucasfilm and their fans is a fragile, whimsical thing. Frankly, it is something that they have really fucked up over the past couple of years. And I think that, you know, there's a part of me that's like, yeah, they definitely did. And trust me, if you've been watching the content over the past couple of years, you know that this enrages me like no other. When I hear J.J. Abrams say some dumbass shit heading to episode 9, I'm like, what? When I hear Kathy Kennedy say some dumbass shit, when I hear that Rian Johnson said some dumbass shit, yeah, it fucking bugs me. It does, dude. It does. Because you have to live in a sort of awakened state or a realized state. You have to be aware of what it means when you say stuff. Like let me explain that. I can't say just any fucking thing to my people or to you guys, the audience, right? Like, I can't. No way, dude. Are you kidding me? Because a couple of different reasons why, but one, when it comes to the team, whatever I say gets echoed, okay? Meaning, and this is a lesson I had to learn the hard way. My criticism, when I'm working within the team, my criticism carries extra weight, and therefore, I cannot go as hard as I want sometimes on people if I have a problem with the work they're doing or the way they're thinking about their work. As the leader, I understand that my words come with extra weight. If I come hard at a motherfucker, it's different. It's different. Okay? And it's the same thing with Pablo. It's the same thing with all these Lucasfilm motherfuckers. I can't believe they don't understand the responsibility and the privilege of the position that they have. Now, again, counterpoint to that is that Pablo's Twitter is privated. Okay? And so you could make the argument that, all right, but he privated all of his shit because he actually didn't want to be like that. He didn't want to be the springboard. He didn't want to be the public persona thing. But you see, the problem is, if you are intentionally tangled up in a Twitter beef with the largest Star Wars YouTuber on the planet, then you are not actually trying to not be heard. Quite the opposite. You just don't want to be accountable, you see. Well, I personally believe that no matter what sort of precautions you take, no matter what mental gymnastics you do to try to make yourself feel okay for shitting on a fan, borderline bullying, you stupid fuck, of a fan, when you literally represent the insignia. I mean, Pablo, I'm really being charitable here, because you got to understand, I'm holding back a fucking fire of yang energy that I've got for you, my guy. Because if you know anything about me, Pablo, and I honestly don't give a fuck if you do, you'll know that on Nerd Theory, I'm the one that casts shade on your dumb ass all the time. And I do it in a super underhanded way because I have zero respect for you. You know? But I don't think you have the balls to get in a tango with me. We'll see. So, should we talk Wonder Woman? Shall we talk a little Wonder Woman, yeah? In Philly, we'd be like, oh, we'll see you. We'll see you, Pablo. Be seeing you. Y'all want to talk some Wonder Woman? Okay, cool. Because we got another idiot to roast. Another walking trash bag. We're going to go into the theater, okay? Grab your popcorn. No shoving. I swear to God, if they're shoving, I will turn this car around. Let's talk about this guy. Let's talk about this fucking guy. I'll probably get a call from the producers really soon, and they'll be like, please, for the love of God, talk about Star Wars. Stop doing this. You're going to get us canceled. Ah! Sorry, guys. I just got to talk a little bit about my friend Ethan here. How many of you saw this go down on Twitter yesterday? We had our own little, you know. How many of y'all saw this? Tell us more about the Mandalorian drama. D, I will tell you a little bit more at the end of this stream, okay? Jim Cannon says Pablo will not be mentioned like the sequels. Hey, I'm into that. Okay, let's talk about this because this is so interesting because Wonder Woman 1984 is such a fascinating. First of all, let me just before we get into talking about Ethan, and in all seriousness, I'm going to try to not go super hard on Ethan as well. I know it's weird. You guys maybe you'll think I'm going super hard. I don't really know, but trust me, I'm holding back because I went through Ethan's Twitter. He seems like a normal, reasonable guy. I don't want to come for him. I don't want to end this whole man's career. You know what I mean? Like I'm not necessarily going to go there, but I am going to just tell you that I'm going to show you, Ethan, how uncharitable you're being. And then I ask you, should I give you the same level of charity that you give Grace? In fact, what do you think, chat? Should I give Ethan the same level of charity that he gives Grace? You let me know, yes or no. Now, let me talk a little bit about Wonder Woman just in general. This is fascinating because Wonder Woman is a divisive movie. I can't believe it. Wonder Woman 1984, the Christmas cookie cutter meh V. You know, I thought it was a good meh V. Not a movie, it was a meh V. You know what I mean? This movie is apparently controversial as fuck. I can't believe it. How did this happen? People are really mad. Guys, I thought people were blowing all of this way out of proportion. And then I started getting hit up by, the most calm, level-headed people on the internet, Star Wars fans. And I started getting hit up by Star Wars fans, and they're like, holy cow, Wonder Woman 1984 was so bad. Do we still really want Patty directing Rogue Squadron? So, people have big problems with the film. Okay, this is fascinating to me. Fascinating. You know what Wonder Woman's biggest crime is? It's just not monumental. It's just literally not epic and monumental in the same way that the first one was. It's just not. That's it. That's really its greatest crime. Like, there's a ton of things that you could get into with the film. Here, you know what I find fascinating about movies, and this is just me. I think there's a lot that goes on in a film that actually happens kind of without you knowing it. There's like a part of your brain that's not necessarily sort of cognitively calculating, but it's sort of keeping everything in play. We've talked about this before, but like film can really bring you in, right? But if there's something within the film that takes you out or puts your brain into a different state, like a great movie should take you on a ride. Like the reason that The Rise of Skywalker, I think, was such a big hit with normies is because it has a relentless pace. It grabs you, and then it does not stop taking your hand, guiding you through, what you could call a plot or a checklist or, depending on how you look at it. So the movie's not good, but it just the pace kind of hides how bad it is. Wonder Woman's like the opposite. Wonder Woman's not that bad, but the pace makes it agonizing, dude. Like agonizing. And here's the thing. I watched it with you guys on a watch. Well, not all of you, but I watched it with the Nerdvengers on Christmas. And I was filled with love. because I was hanging out with you guys. It was Christmas. It was dope. And even I was like, with all that enjoyment, and that's why I don't even review movies anymore, because I like bad movies. Let's just face it. I like bad movies. So, you know, it is what it is. I liked Wonder Woman. Case in point. I like Wonder Woman 1984. I like it. I think it's a cookie cutter. It's literally a Christmas cookie of a movie. There's not a lot of substance there. But yeah, very controversial. Okay, so we're going to talk about the female director aspect of it, and I want to sort of get into Ethan's point here because this is interesting to me. I had a thought before we get into anything that was said on the tweeter. I had a thought just about Wonder Woman and about Black Widow and about female directors. I had a thought. Can I actually, you know what's funny is like, I just had this, I want to espouse this thought. I feel as though people like Ethan, if they were to hear me just thinking out loud, would put up a tweet to something like, here's Josh Lucas still out here not knowing jack shit about anything. If I was just thinking out loud. But I'm going to do it anyways. You know what I mean? My thought was, yeah, man, it is a shame what's happening to these female directors. Number one, the timing is just, awful. Number two, and you know, I'm not like into this whole like SJW, anti-SJW. I don't go there, but I'll tell you straight facts. I'll tell you straight facts if you want to listen the fuck up. The straight facts are the studios absolutely gave super safe movies to the female directors, and they desired that these female directors, you know, not take a big chance in certain ways, because the studios still view a female-directed, female-led film as a risk. You know? As a risk. And so they got done dirty, man. They got done dirty. I think Patty's a good soldier. You know what I mean? Like, she's a good soldier. She understands the game. She's been in the game a long time. So she knows what to say. My gut tells me this has a lot of Jeff Johns on it. And that Patty was put in a position, and she was asked a really weird ask, I think. This is really what it comes down to. I think it was a weird ask. Because the ask is like, can you do a sequel to this iconic film that you did in Wonder Woman, a smash hit for us? Can you do a sequel to that at a time when the company is literally changing hands? The vision for the company, and particularly the DC Films brand, that vision was not clear. In fact, there was literal like infighting, and Jeff Johns and Jeff Johns' camp and the people that like Jeff Johns were very active in the sort of civil war behind the scenes. Let's just keep it a buck. We're keeping it a buck. It was Jeff Johns and that camp that talked about the fake Frosty the Snowman movie. You remember this? Fake Frosty the Snowman movie being produced by Jeff Johns, starring Jason Momoa. Complete fabrication. It hit the trades. Ladies and gentlemen, it hit the trades. Okay? So someone like Ethan, someone that works for the trades, someone that suckles at the teat of Hollywood, dry, shriveled, old up teat that it is, people like Ethan are puppets. You know, they have strings all over. In fact, I don't know this to be fact, but it doesn't matter because I'm a YouTuber. I wouldn't be surprised if Ethan was the one that wrote the article about the fake Frosty the Snowman thing. And even if it's not true, let's just pretend that it is. And so, I think Ethan wanted to help the situation. Female directors, female characters, a lot at stake, Hollywood, transitions, interesting things happening behind the scenes. And we haven't even got to the fact that basically Warner Media was like, okay, so nobody likes it. People really don't like it. It made no money. Let's fast track the third one with the same team. So that's curious, and we'll talk about that as well. But now, let's talk about what Ethan had to say. Ethan talked about, and again, this is the tweet that I saw. It really upset me when I saw it. Grace Randolph is still out here not knowing jack shit about anything. Again, just beyond crass, you know? And you have to understand, too, he's a writer, right? Weekend editor, staff writer at /film. Rebel Scum. Bustin' makes me feel good. Cool. Also, cheeseburgers. Cool. Listen to Go Fix Yourself. I think that's a podcast. Again, I went through Ethan's stuff. He seems like not that bad of a guy. But when a writer puts out a tweet like this, they know exactly what they're doing. He really doesn't like Grace. You know, he really doesn't like her. And if I go to the tweets, let's go to the tweets. Because now I have to actually pull up Grace's tweets. Because I'm no longer blocked, ladies and gentlemen. My queen unblocked me. And so now I'm in a, I guess, white knight for her. I'm a simp for her real hard. Grace v. Ethan style. Jesus Christ, where's this tweet thread? You know what? Maybe I can actually find it. Yeah, I can probably find it through my notifications, eh? What the hell was that? A little Canadian just came out of me. Like, not an actual little Canadian. That would be weird. But like a little Canadian, you know what I mean? Just a little Canadian here. Come on, man. Chet, you gotta have this shit ready for me. I can't scroll in the middle of the stream. Everybody thinks we're idiots now. Jeez, man. Oh, my cranky. Anderton. That's his name. Ethan Anderton. All right, let's find him. Ethan Anderton. There you are. Please don't delete it. Okay, cool. Let me get this up for you guys to see. We'll do this together. Okay, here we go. After Wonder Woman 1984, Mulan, and Birds of Prey, worried future of female directors on blockbusters. Each time equal fundamental lack of understanding what audiences want in a blockbuster. Hopefully, Black Widow and Eternals don't do the same. And Captain Marvel 2 director is seeing this. Okay. Here's the thread. I can see people saying male directors can survive a flop. They absolutely cannot. They most often go to director jail and have to do a small quirky film to recover if possible. Also, these huge blockbusters are higher stakes. Spielberg's 1941 still turned a profit. Ownership is a big part of it. We have a strong creative control and make risky decisions. Like taking the music out of Mulan, changing the source material is Birds of Prey, or taking the action out of Wonder Woman 1984. You have to deliver a box office victory. Same for male directors. Denis Villeneuve is the only male director, I think, that got a pass after Blade Runner. Okay, yeah. So here's what I think. Remember, we've talked about this before, ladies and gentlemen. Do you recall me telling you about Steel Manning? Do you recall? Do you remember me talking about this? Steel Manning. By the way, Robert Jones, welcome to the Nerdvengers. You're a Nerdvenger now. Do you remember this concept? Cool. Some people do. Okay. So the idea here is, if we were being charitable to Ethan, we would try to present the best version of his argument. And then we would try to attack that version of his argument rather than what normally is done in an uncharitable bad faith sense, and that is what is known as straw manning. If I were to straw man Ethan's argument, it would be to make it seem really stupid and flimsy, and then I'd blow it over like the big bad wolf. Yes. Sean Kawando 87, welcome to the Nerdvengers. Welcome. We haven't even gotten to the ranking. I might need to take a break before the ranking. This is a lot of tea. This is a lot of drama. I don't know if my spirit can handle it. You know what I mean? I gotta be honest, I don't understand what the fuck the Steel Man would be of Ethan's argument. It would seem to me that Ethan is the type of person that thinks the best way to further female empowerment is to shit all over one of the biggest female YouTubers on the planet when she tries to make a nuanced point about female directors with both business perspective, care, and also the female perspective. It seems like Ethan is that type of person. Good job, Ethan. Fucking idiot, dude. A lot of these people are fucking idiots. I think what Grace is getting at, and it's true, it's a real concern, is the fact that Hollywood is just like an old one-track mind kind of a thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's basically just reactionary and slow to change. Reactionary and slow to change. Bad combination, especially at the speed by which changes are happening in entertainment now. Bad news. I do fear for female directors. I think Patty turned in a C+ project. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think Patty turned in a C+ project. I think, considering the pressures from the studio, outside forces, all of this different thing, this stuff, I think she played it cool. I think she delivered a good product. Not the best product, but a good product. I think some of the downfalls of Wonder Woman are not necessarily Patty's fault, but I will say this too. Patty, I really hope that Patty didn't experience the yes man syndrome. I believe it maybe yes ma'am syndrome when it comes to female, perhaps. This is bad for creatives. Once you start to succeed and people are like giving you that yes ma'am treatment, oh, that's dangerous, because it doesn't matter who you are. You have no monopoly on good storytelling. Some of the best storytelling done over the past 20 years has been done at Pixar, and they use a method of like sort of group storytelling and really refining. It's the same thing that Marvel does. Marvel makes incredible movies because they look at what they have after shooting and then they say, okay, how do we make an incredible movie out of this? Out of this. Not, how do we make this into an incredible movie? Does that make sense? It's a subtle difference. So I think she handed in a C project. I think everybody should get off her back. I think Patty is an incredible director. Oh, and by the way, let's talk about them green lighting the third one. Let me explain something to you. This is another thing that I think, to be fair, I actually think Grace is getting this wrong as well. It's okay. You know, I'm not, it is what it is. I think Grace is getting this wrong. I think a lot of Hollywood people are getting this wrong. I think someone that's getting it right is Jason Kilar. I think HBO Max, when they looked at the data over the weekend for Wonder Woman, and when they looked at what was going on social media, they realized green lighting Wonder Woman 3 is a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. It will provide value and ROI that you can't actually measure like in the here and now, which I know is like probably driving a lot of these people insane, but it's actually going to add value. Think about it. We talked about this before. The subscription model and HBO Max, if they get to the point where they can literally have cash flow of close to $1 billion on a monthly basis, then they will have enough money to pay to actually greenlight a ton of more content, to pay the talent better, to pay a lot of people actually better, not worse, better. Now, there's a whole bunch of greedy, rich people in Hollywood that are going to lose out because there are things that they're not going to necessarily have their hands in. Some of the pies that they have their fingers in are going away, right? But at the end of the day, they greenlit Wonder Woman 1984. It's a big signal to me that Jason Kilar and everybody over at Warner Brothers understands the long game. And of course, did you know 50% of HBO Max subscribers watched Wonder Woman on Christmas? That's incredible. That's incredible. I also found it interesting that over 10,000 theaters, 10,000 of them, did private rentals around the country for Wonder Woman 1984. Do you know what that means? It means that the theaters might actually be okay too, if they can adapt to what the changing market is going to be able to provide to them. If they can adapt, they should be able to survive. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, fuck you, Ethan. Do better. Maybe have a conversation. You know what I mean? That's what I'd suggest. All right, let's get into this freaking Star Wars stuff. Enough of all this drama. Are you satisfied with the drama talk? Have we touched on this enough? My thing with Wonder Woman, look, final point on Wonder Woman 1984. Final point here. The movie's not good. Neither was Iron Man 2. Everybody chill the fuck out. I'm still excited for Cleopatra. I'm still excited for Rogue Squadron. I am still excited for Wonder Woman 3. I hope it happens in 1985. Final points. Let's get some Star Wars music going on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're going to start ranking. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start ranking. I might go use the restroom before we start this, actually. But what I want to do, this is what I want to do. Let me know if you're game. Let me know if you're cool with this. Okay? I want to judge each scene. Each scene. We're going to give it a score of 1 out of 10. I know, D, but I said at the end of the stream, D. D, I know. I would never go back on my word, D. Come on, D. People have been waiting. It's on the thumbnail. Okay. So I want to do each scene 3 different categories, 1 out of 10. I'm going to rank it. You guys are going to rank it. And then we'll compare notes. Cool? Okay. So first thing is just from a film perspective. Just when you saw it on the screen for the first time. In fact, let's write that down. First time impact. First time impact. Okay. Score at 1 to 10. Difficulty of competition. You promised us pee. Well, I'm going to pee off camera, actually, D. I know. Just, it's not that kind of a show. You'll learn. It's okay. Look, first time impact is the first one. Second one, it's like strength of schedule. Strength of competition. How difficult was it for them? Okay, so first time impact, strength of competition, and then impact on Star Wars. I think those are 3 good categories. Yes? First impression on your pee, 3 out of 10. I don't know, I'm drinking a lot of coffee. It's going to be like 10 out of 10 for like 30 seconds and then 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Look, we don't have to talk about my pee. This is weird. Does that sound like 3 good categories? Does that sound good? Does it sound okay to you? All right, taking a 2-minute break. We'll be right back. And we'll rank up them films. By the way, you know, some emojis and stuff might be cool. Like, you know, as I'm gone, you know, a couple of emojis might be nice. I'm kind of interested too. How did you think that that went with shitting on everybody? Was I okay? I thought, you know, everybody always tells me, they're like, bro, you didn't even go that hard. And in my mind, I'm like, are you sure? I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, well, there's a bridge burn, there's a bridge burn, there's a bridge, fucking all the bridge burn, 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 burn. And y'all are like, I don't know, man. I feel like you were pretty chill. Or am I wrong? Did I go hard today? It was nice and professional, says Neil. Cool. You didn't scorch them too bad. Cool. We've seen you roast harder. Oh, yeah. Well, back in the day, there was no holds barred. Oh, back in the day, we went so hard. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Oh, look, I skipped all the $5 hollows. Look, we're going to go over We're going to go over super chats in a little bit, guys, okay? So just, you know. Big Stevie, I see you, brother. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you all. I went hard in the paint. All right, cool. Okay, let's get it started. So here's what I'm going to do. It's not going to be scientific, but we're going to go over these scenes, and then we're going to go through what we think about with our first time impact, or I guess just let's change first time impact to cinematic impact. Meaning, like, I guess, like, what I would say to sound smart would be diegetic. I'd be like, this is the diegetic thing, meaning from within the world of the story, how do you judge it like that? So we'll do cinematic impact, and then we'll do strength of competition, then we'll do impact on Star Wars, okay? So what I need from you guys is to just put in the chat how y'all feel about these different things, and I'll just grab a consensus. Yeah? Does that sound okay? Sound okay? Cool. Let us begin. So this scene, and hopefully we don't get copy struck. Can we copy strike PewDiePie? Like right now? Can we copy strike him like right now? All right, here we go. I love that creaking of the metal. Damn. Ah! Yo. Alright, we can stop right now. It's the Vader scene. It wins everything. Alright, it's been a good stream, everybody. I forgot how dope this shit was. I'll see y'all later. Holy fuck! Oh my god! Ah! Vader! Okay. Let's stop. So, what do you guys think? Let's talk cinematic impact. Score out of 10. How impactful is that scene on the movie? And if you have any thoughts about it, let me know. How impactful is that on the movie? 10, 10, 12, 11, Jesus Christ. 10, 8, 10, 10, 15. Woo! 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Damn. All right. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. Holy shit. All right. Okay. So a lot of people are going to go with 10. I'm going to say that you all gave it a 10. I'm going to give it an 8.5. What? 8.5. Let me explain why. 8.5. Because Rogue One can exist without this scene. This scene is impactful on the movie in the sense that it's what everybody talks about. It's what everybody was talking about after the film. It's one of the greatest sequences in Star Wars. It's phenomenal. But it's not diegetically impactful to the story, like, at all. It's just like some nice flavor. So I cannot give it a 10. I can't give it a 9. Because even the first time I watched it, I was like, this is fucking amazing, but like, what is this? Like, this is kind of out of nowhere, you know what I mean? Felt a little fan servicey, maybe, you know? Fan service? You know, how dare I? Now, I'm going to play it again in silence, and I'm going to ask you, what's the strength of the competition here? These are the rebels with the weird-ass Baby Yoda bed helmets. Look to be, you know, a good bit of them. Has anybody ever counted this up? How many of them are there? How difficult is this group of people for Vader to walk through? What do you think? 6, 3, 5, 4. Yeah, weak competition. Competition is weak, dude. Weak. So, wow, you guys are actually going way lower than I would have thought. I'd give the Rebels at least a little credit just because of the amount of them. I would say, yeah, 4 or 5. I'd say 4 or 5. But you guys are going low, dude. Like, y'all have to understand, y'all are going like 2s and 3s. I've seen multiple 0s. I have seen multiple 0s. You guys are basically saying these dudes are puss. Like, this is puss group. It's like Vader went up against a bunch of Care Bears. So you guys, I'm gonna say you guys gave it a 3. I'll give it a 4. Okay. Now, this one, pretty sure we'll all probably give a pretty high score to this. The next question in category is, ladies and gentlemen, the impact on Star Wars. And we have to say time and place. When this happened, how big of an impact did this make on Star Wars? What do you think? Let me know. Out of 10. 1 out of 10. And if you have some thoughts, put them into the chat. So pretty high. Yeah, it looks like a big consensus. Very high. A lot of 9s, 10s, 8s, 7s. Cool. So, yeah, I can see a lot of high scores here. I will say that you guys gave that in average, I'll say 8.5 because there's a few really low ones dragging y'all down, but like most of you guys are saying it's pretty big. Okay, mine here is that I'm actually gonna go higher than you guys. I'm gonna go 9.5. Let me explain why. Because until this moment, every incredible action sequence that Vader had ever done was either in a comic, a book, a video game, or an animated show. This version of Vader, in the suit Vader, until this scene, we had literally never actually had, like, I'm a big fan of Lords of the Sith, the novel. It has an incredible sequence where he crashes a TIE interceptor into the hull of a ship and then using the Force floats through space, bringing himself into the ship, and then he murders everybody on the ship. It's incredible, but it was a book. I love books, you know, but like this, Big Daddy Vader coming in, this impacted Star Wars, in my opinion, to a large degree. And it actually even created the precedence for hallway scenes in general. So we owe a lot to Lord Vader when it comes to that. All right, next scene. Maul. Let's watch it with the volume on the first go. Hang on now, everybody. Ready? Woo! Where are you going? Hey, where are you going? Okay, much shorter. Okay. Much shorter. We'll play it in the background. Let's play it at speed 8.5. Okay. So, what do you guys think? Cinematic, 1 out of 10. What do you give it on the cinematic scale? 1 out of 10. You tell me. 9, 7, 10, meh, 8, 1, 10, 10, 10, 8, 7. Wow, okay. A lot of high marks. A lot of high marks, which is really cool. Yeah, a lot of high marks. So here's the thing. I'm going to say you guys give it an 8. You guys give it an 8. That's what it looks like to me from the consensus, okay? This one's tricky for me because there's two things. There's one side of me that wants to give it a really, really high mark. And then there's like another side of me that's like, I don't know about that, okay? Because there's one thing, it's the music in the scene is really not that compelling. The music in the scene is not that compelling. But I remember when watching it in the episode, it's pretty incredible. Like, in the episode, it feels more epic than it does isolated. But, like, there's something to be said for a scene that can stand on its own, right? So, the music here, definitely not as compelling. So, I don't know. I will also give it an 8. Because it's great. Like, dude, don't get me wrong. It's great. But it doesn't hit like that Vader scene does. You know what I mean? Now, let's talk about this. This one's pretty interesting. What about strength of the competition? What do you think? 1 out of 10. What is the strength of competition? You let me know. Seven, 8, 8, 10, 6, 7, 6, 7, 7. Wow, a lot of 7s. I would say you guys are about on 7s. Yeah, wow. A lot lower than I thought you guys would be. But that's okay. I'm going to disagree with you guys, okay? So you guys are saying 7. I'm going to say 10. It's a 10, guys. These are clone troopers. They're not just clone troopers. They're from the 501st. They're also not just from the 501st. They are a part of the battalion specifically given to Ahsoka by Anakin Skywalker. These are absolute studs. Maul has no lightsaber. You are crazy if you don't understand that this was a 10 for the strength of competition. Now, lastly, impact on Star Wars. Let me know. Out of 10, what do you think? How much of an impact did this scene make on Star Wars? Wait, what? Is Mickey blocking us? Mickey? Mickey-sama? Man, wouldn't it be cool if they just brought us back? Let's see, maybe it's the music, actually. I don't think it would be the music, but we can double check that. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe we'll get back in a second here. Are you coming back, stupid stream? I hate YouTube. YouTube sucks, and I hate it. I hate YouTube. YouTube sucks, and I hate it. And I hate it. And I hate it. As I hate Habba shabby, baby deeby, habba shabby, habba baby, and I hate it. I hate YouTube and it's stupid. Are we back? Oh, cool. Sorry. Just singing to myself. As I was saying, what is your score, ladies and gentlemen? Put it back into the chat. We got all discombobulated. Impact on Star Wars. Darth Maul scene. Give it to me. Give it to me. Out of 10. Give it to me. Give it to me. Okay, slow down. You're going too fast. 9966 369. Okay, wow, you guys are kind of all over the place here. You're a little all over the place. I have to give you like a 6. Yeah, YouTube 2 out of 10, 100%. I'll give you guys a 6 on that. You just seem very divided on it. And you know what? I'll match you on that because I actually don't feel like it makes much of an impact on Star Wars either. It's great for Darth Maul fans, but like I actually wish it was heading towards a different place. I was actually not that pumped with Maul. Like he's great in that last season and the last parts of it. He's brilliant, and there's so much cool, connective tissue and stuff between the prequels, all that. It's really cool, but didn't really do it too much for me. So I'm also gonna meet you guys there and give you a 6. Now we're gonna go back into the theater and we're gonna try to do this Luke Skywalker shit. Hopefully, Mickey will chill out. Hey, Mickey, chill out, please. Chill out. Here we go. Let's get into the theater. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, we'll run it with music for the first time. And we'll talk about it. This one's pretty fresh, but... And remember, it's just the hallway sequence. Oh, I'm playing it at super slow speed. Sorry. Let's try that again. Damn. Gets me every time. That move gets me every time. Whoa. 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 Baby Yoda's like, yeah, his dad killed all my friends just like that at the temple. Okay, listen. Cinematic impact. Out of 10. 1 out of 10. Are you serious? Disney? Are you serious? Are you serious? Are we really doing this? Are we really beefing right now? What? Maybe I should just start like writing Maybe I should just start writing like on a chalkboard behind me, like, I will no longer come at Pablo Hidalgo's throat. I will not say bad things about Pablo. 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 I will. Oh, hey, we're back. What's up? Hey, everybody. Hey. Okay. We're going to have to do this without watching the scene for the rest of the fucking thing. So, cinematic impact of Luke Skywalker sequence. 1 out of 10. Whoopity whoop. Let me know. 1 out of 10. Let's see here. A lot. Whoa. Yeah. A lot of high numbers. Lot of high numbers. Cool. Looks like a lot of high numbers. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys. I have to give you guys a 10. I know there's some people that don't agree. There's so many of you saying 10. It's a 10. I'm at a 10 as well. It's so clearly a 10. If you think about, you don't even have to think that hard about it. Just think about the context. Think about Luke Skywalker. Think about The Mandalorian. Think about the Star Wars fan base. And let's just keep it moving. It's a 10. Next up, strength of competition. 1 out of 10. Give it to me. Give it to me! 1 out of 10. Give it to me. A lot of high numbers. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a 10 on that. I'm going to go 10 as well. The Dark Troopers, I mean, they literally spend so much of the episode explaining to you how dangerous these things are. I agree, chat. 10. Impact on Star Wars. 1 out of 10. Give it to me! I agree, it's a 10. And so you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The Nerdvengers agree. Luke Skywalker has the greatest hallway sequence of all time! Turn the music down? Will do. Check, can we make it go louder? Okay. All right. Calm down, everybody. Everybody calm down. Calm down. Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. Okay, listen. Let's go to Super Chat. Let's do Q&A. Let's go over the questions. We'll do like 20 minutes of Q&A. We're going to get out of here, okay? I got to go talk to all the people after I talk to you people. What do you mean, you people? Quiet, Nerdvenger. Okay. Rogue Soul with the $5 holla. Josh, seriously, check out what's going on with Theory. We as a community need to back him up. I agree. I think we touched on that. Rogue Soul with another $5 holla says, when I said that, I meant we should support Theory and send him love. I didn't mean to stoke a fire. Sorry, Josh. You're good. You're good, my friend. Don't worry. Mike says, the shot at Theory wasn't just a shot at him. It was a shot at every fan who felt similar and a slap in the face of the creators. Yeah. And, I'll speak on that a little bit, Mike. Yeah, it is indicative of an attitude that exists among certain people at Lucasfilm. An attitude that, again, if I was in charge, I would eradicate from the company. I would eradicate it. The meeting that some of these people would have to have with me would shake them. And they would be gone. But I don't call the shots. I also try to be understanding and forgiving. But I do agree with your sentiment, Mike. It's gross. Stop it. Lucasfilm, Pablo, stop it. Jonathan says, Pablo is no better than the 12-year-old Starbucks drinking kids Theory dealt with growing up. It's funny you say that, Jonathan. Theory and I shared some good combo about it yesterday. You know me, guys. You know me. You could probably predict what my advice was. But I said, look, man, however you have to deal with this, I understand, and I will back you up, and I love you. So go be you. Everybody loves you because you are you. So. D says, tell us more about the Mandalorian drama and Grace Randolph. Okay, so I did promise this, D, so I will tell you a little bit, but I'm going to be honest with you. I really don't want to talk about it. I'm hoping to find out some more information today. I've been trying to find out information ever since it happened. I will tell you, and I think that most of the reasonable people that watch this stream, most of the reasonable people that hang out with us, they know what's what. They know there's more to the story than is being told from Disney. So, yeah. Again, and the most frustrating part for me is that there are people like Ethan that this is really why people like Ethan bother me. If Ethan has the level of access that he has, then he undoubtedly knows at least part of the truth here. And so when he says these things about Grace, and some of the other people that talk about her online have the same sources as her, it's like crazy to me. I know who the sources are, and so it's crazy to me that people with the same sources as her, people that have the same information as her, are so committed to, and I understand loyalty, right? So I understand if you're loyal to a system or if you're loyal to the Hollywood or whatever. But it feels like it's going past that when you're attacking motherfuckers like this, especially if you know, and you should know, that she's not just making this up. That's what I really can't stand, is the characterization of it's like you want to attack a person's character and you want to misrepresent them just because you don't like some of the things they've said or reported in the past. Well, then you're a child. You're a child. And you should go sit at the kids' table. We're fucking done with you. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you write for. I don't care what fucking accolades. Don't do it. Don't get me fired up. Don't do it. So, D, that's all I can say until I know more, okay? Return of the Mac says, Pablo Hidalgo has a pink sock. All right, brother. I'm not going to read that, but I appreciate you. Mark C says, with the $2 holler, says, we stand with Star Wars theory. Goddamn right we do. D says, Wonder Woman 3 already greenlit. Why? Because it's a profitable asset in the current model. Period. It also covers up some of the drama. Gives them a very positive PR outlook. And I want to see what they'll do with Jeff Johns very far away from the project, hopefully. So that's probably why. D says, Wonder Woman 84 sounds unrefined. This is how bad I thought the first one would be. Cheesy, disjointed, not much action, sad. Yeah, so I'll touch on this a little bit just because you've been so generous, D. Thank you. It is a movie of platitudes in a lot of ways. And I can't believe, everybody in their life needs people that are going to keep it real. I have a great group of people that in some ways are actually looking for every opportunity to tell me when I fuck up and when I'm, making a mistake. And it's actually good. It's actually a good thing. And I can't believe somebody didn't look at the script that Patty and Jeff were doing, or the story they were building, and be like, fucking Monkey Paw? Really? Monkey Paw? Care Bears 2 ending? Monkey Paw and Care Bears 2 ending. Are you sure? This is so fucking milquetoast. This is ridiculous. Are you sure? Okay, I guess. Somebody should have said, nah, that's a bad idea. He's French Canadian, not Spanish. It's pronounced Denis Villeneuve. So this is the problem. I read that as he's French Canadian, not Spanish. It's pronounced Denis Villeneuve. Sorry, Mark. Big Stevie says the $25 holla. Your Iron Man 2 is the perfect analogy to Wonder Woman 84. Thanks for the great weekend streams. Thank you for being there. If people are If people are going back and forth on becoming a Prime member, I would advise it as long as you can afford it. Oh yeah, absolutely. The Prime membership is, you get a lot of the tea on the Prime membership, 100%. Trinity from Second Street Marvel says, can we play a word association game? I'll go first. Oh, Trinity, my friend, you are nothing but trouble. Full of a Took with the $5 says, impression, all 10, competition, Luke, 10, Maul, no saber against clones, 9 of them, Vader with 7 rebels. What it means for Star Wars, Luke, 10, Maul, 6, Vader, 7. I tend to agree with that. Very cool. Cool thoughts, man. Appreciate that. Zachary says the impact of the Vader scene on episode 4 is 10 out of 10. So good. I tend to agree. It really does help episode 4. It helps all of them. It's really cool. It's cool. 34 Virgo. Josh, explain for a quick how the comment is directly connected to theory and not just a general statement to all. Emotions are not blah, blah, blah. So the reason it's directly to do with theory is because it is the exact same screenshot that was sent to him. Virgo, you're being beyond charitable to Pablo. Beyond charitable. The mental gymnastics you have to go through to try to make it seem like Pablo wasn't in the wrong. Holy shit. Good on you if you can do that. Jonathan says, DMCA, music copyright strike, federal crime in 2021. Yep. Oh, yes. Vulgar Language says, got here late. What? Wonder Woman 84 drama. I'll give you the TLDR, Vulgar. Nobody likes it. It made no money. They're fast-tracking the next one with much of the same team. Nobody knows what's going on. There you go. The real Jesse says, Daredevil's hallway scene was better than Luke's. What? No. Hell nah, dog. Hell nah, dog. And by the way, Charlie Cox will never come to the MCU. He'll never be in the MCU. And neither will Chloe Bennett. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ain't connected. Tom Holland's given up acting. Ah! That was a pretty chill stream, huh? That was pretty nice. We're going to call it there. I'm just kidding. Oh, man. Ain't I a stinker? My poor mother. My poor mother. All right, guys. We're going to get out of here, okay? Do you read your DMs on Discord? I did read your DM, Tim. I thought it was very sweet. I'm sorry. I get a lot of DMs, so it's never personal. I just can't always answer everything. You know what I mean? All right, everybody. Much love. Much love. Nerd Theory tonight. Edited videos of some of the things we talked about today. It will be coming out on the main channel. Go watch it if you have not. It's going to be cool. We'll be back at it tomorrow. And I see you, Virgo. It's all good. It's all love, baby. Jason says, Wonder Woman 84 had the vibe of late 80s reincarnation love story, and I am here for it. I kind of dug it. I liked it as well, Jason. Hear you, bro. Pablo was just saying that emotions lead to the dark side. Oh, I'm sure he was. All right, everybody. Love, love, love. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.